Hello and welcome to the first video about the setup for the game Zerywia. As you can see, all the board tiles are on the table, forming our realm of Zerywia. Next stage is to put a monument of Sventovit in the middle with downstones. During the game it will rotate and the downstones will affect each tile differently. Next step is to pick a scenario, and according to the starting points in the scenario we put Murk tokens that will represent the strength of goddess of Nyx in particular regions. Next stage is to pick our enemy. In this case we have Agmor, the Herald of Nyx. His starting position is Citadel of Silence. He will be performing rituals there to destroy Sventovit. And after we have a scenario setup fixed, now we choose our hero. In this case, Svara, the Vengeful Grace, and this scenario is for one player, so solo mode. Starting point, Wolfgate, and we need to acquire Spear of Life. It's broken into two pieces, and we need this weapon to be assembled, and then we will be able to defeat the Herald of Nyx. So here we have section that corresponds to Herald, Agmor, and his activation deck. He will use this during night. Champion deck, he will improve an enemy encounter deck. So in time the game will become much difficult for us. Special events that will correlate to the amount of rituals that are in the Citadel of Silence, and special attacks. Each time he managed to catch us on the table in the same region, he will perform an attack with one of his special powers. Next section is adventures. So here we have exploration decks, and we have wilderness, ruins, settlement, and mountains. So when you visit a region, it have some icons. So in this case, at Plague Mers, I can go into wilderness or ruins and see what is there to explore. And here we have item deck, blessing, and some unique cards, and all those tokens we will use in the game for representing our attributes. Adventure tokens will show the progress of our quest, and here we have a mark tokens that will indicate where are the servants of the goddess of night, Nyx, in which regions. And of course, each time we defeat an enemy, we take a trophy token, and we may acquire a blessing from our Sventovit to help in our journey. So this section here represents our hero. So in this case we have hero board with our unique hero, Svara, the Vengeful Grace, and she has strength 5, instinct 6, will 4, primal force. We will use this to modify strength dice or instinct dice or willpower dice, and we have starting equipment like 2 weapons in this case and 1 ritual. Each of those cards contain a special deck, and it's called Saga. So when you acquire a weapon or ally or a ritual, you take the first card from the deck. Second one is another story card. And when you progress the story, you will discover more powers about this weapon. So it's like a side quest with something like upgrading your weapon, ally, or ritual. And here we have our section that describes how many actions do you have during day. So you have 4 actions, and it corresponds to day cycle. So you have dawn, noon, dusk, midnight, and camp. In camp, you restore your attributes, and you may exchange some of your weapons, rituals, or allies for the next day. So and here we have a rest of the sagas that you can explore during the game. But remember, when you took too many of them, you may end up not discovering the whole power of each individual ally or weapon or ritual. And always remember to follow the main quest, because otherwise the game may overrun you. So if you play with more players, you just give them another characters, they choose the sagas according to the scenario, and have fun. You can exchange those sagas like a story. It's something like you are describing the weapon and telling the story that you already know, and you can exchange those. So this is a very cool way to increase cooperation in this type of games. And one thing is that we designed a special organizer that will contain all those sections for tokens, and you will put the hero boards on top. It will it has a space for all miniatures from all expansions and up to 600 sleeved cards, with a space for board ties, of course, and instructions. So everything should fit into one box. So this was a setup, and next videos will describe more about heroes and actions and sagas. So hope you enjoy watching, and bye bye.